Dreaming of seeing the world, but worried about what it might do to your bank account? I'm Lyric Alexander, and I'm here to tell you that with a little know-how, you can transform that dream into a reality. Traveling isn't about spending the most money. It's about getting the most value out of every dollar, every euro, every yen you spend. It's about making smart choices that allow you to stay longer, see more, and connect more deeply with the places you visit. Think of budget travel not as a limitation, but as a key that unlocks a more authentic and rewarding experience. When you're not insulated by the high walls of a luxury resort, you engage with the local culture on its own terms. You eat where the locals eat, you travel how they travel, and you discover the hidden gems that aren't in the glossy brochures. It's an approach that enriches your travels and leaves you with stories, not just souvenirs. In this video, we're going to dive into the essential hacks that will stretch your travel budget further than you ever thought possible. We'll cover everything from booking your flights and finding a place to sleep, to eating well and seeing the sights without emptying your pockets. These aren't just tips, they are a philosophy for traveling smarter, deeper, and more affordably. So grab a notebook and let's get ready to plan your next great adventure. One of the biggest levers you can pull to save money is simply when you decide to travel. We all dream of Paris in the springtime or the Greek islands in July, but so does everyone else. That high demand means high prices. My best advice? Zig when everyone else zags. Look at your destination's shoulder season, the months just before and after the peak tourist rush. Think of Italy in May or October. The weather is still beautiful, the crowds are thinner, and you'll find that flights and hotels can be significantly cheaper. You get all the magic with none of the madness. This principle of flexibility extends beyond just the season. Even the day of the week you fly can make a huge difference. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays are often the cheapest days to fly because they're less popular for business or weekend travel. If your schedule allows, playing around with your departure and return dates by just a day or two can sometimes save you hundreds of dollars. Use flight search engines that have a flexible date calendar feature. This tool is your best friend for spotting those price dips and snagging a deal that will make your wallet very happy. Think of it this way. Every dollar you save on the flight is a dollar you can spend on a delicious meal, a museum ticket, or an extra night in a city you've fallen in love with. Traveling midweek or during the off-season isn't a sacrifice, it's a strategic move. It allows you to experience a place more like a local, enjoying the landmarks without the long lines and the cafes without the crowds. It's about getting a more intimate and personal experience of a destination, all while keeping your budget firmly intact. Now, let's talk about the flight itself. Finding an affordable flight can feel like a treasure hunt, but with the right map, you're bound to find gold. Your first step should always be to use flight comparison tools. Websites like Skyscanner, Google Flights, or Momondo are indispensable. They search hundreds of airlines and travel sites at once, doing the heavy lifting for you. Don't just check the price once, set up price alerts for your desired route. You'll get an email or a notification when the price drops, allowing you to book at the perfect moment. Patience here is a virtue that pays off, literally. Another pro tip is to think outside the box when it comes to airports. Major international hubs are convenient, but they're often more expensive to fly into. Look at a map and check for secondary airports nearby. A budget airline might fly into an airport an hour outside of your main city, and a cheap bus or train ticket can cover the last leg of the journey for a fraction of the cost. The same logic applies to connecting flights. While a direct flight is faster, a flight with 1 or 2 stops can often be dramatically cheaper. Think of a layover not as an inconvenience, but as a mini adventure and a chance to stretch your legs. Finally, don't underestimate the power of loyalty. If you tend to fly with a certain airline or stay with a particular hotel chain, sign up for their loyalty programs. It's usually free, and you can start racking up points or miles immediately. These can be redeemed for free flights, upgrades, or hotel stays down the line. Many programs also offer their members exclusive access to sales and discounts. It's a long-term strategy that can lead to significant savings, rewarding you for the travel you're already doing. Every trip can help pay for the next one. Once you've landed, you'll need a place to rest your head. But that doesn't have to mean a sterile, expensive hotel room. The world of budget accommodation is vast and varied, offering experiences that are not only cheaper, but often more memorable. Hostels are a classic choice for a reason. They're not just for young backpackers anymore. Many offer private rooms and have a wonderful communal atmosphere. You can swap stories and tips with fellow travelers from around the globe in the common room. It's a fantastic way to make new friends and get insider advice on what to see and do. For a more local flavor, consider guest houses or short-term apartment rentals through sites like Airbnb or Vrbo. Renting a room in a local's home or having your own small apartment gives you a glimpse into everyday life in that destination. Plus, having access to a kitchen is a budget saver we'll talk more about later. For the truly adventurous and budget-conscious, platforms like Couchsurfing connect you with locals who offer a free place to stay. This is the ultimate cultural exchange. You get a free bed and a local guide who can show you their city from a perspective you'd never get otherwise. Don't forget to look for last-minute deals either. If you're a spontaneous traveler, apps like Hotel Tonight or Hopper can offer incredible discounts on unsold hotel rooms. Sometimes, waiting until the day of can yield surprisingly luxurious results for a pittance. The key is to be open-minded. Whether it's a friendly hostel, a cozy guest house, or a local's couch, your accommodation can be more than just a place to sleep. It can be an integral part of your travel adventure, connecting you more deeply with the place and its people. You've arrived, you're settled in, and now it's time to explore. How you navigate a city can have a massive impact on your budget and your experience. My first rule is to embrace public transportation. In most cities, especially in Europe and Asia, the network of trains, trams, and buses is efficient, extensive, and incredibly affordable. It's how the locals get around, and by using it, you not only save a bundle compared to taxis, but you also get a real feel for the rhythm of the city. Figure out the system, buy a multi-day pass, and you'll feel like a savvy local in no time. For longer distances between cities or even countries, trains and buses are your best friends. A scenic train ride through the Swiss Alps, or a comfortable overnight bus from one European capital to another, is an experience in itself. Look into rail passes like the Eurail Pass if you're planning extensive train travel, as they can offer huge savings over buying individual tickets. For shorter trips, consider renting a bike. Many cities have bike-sharing programs that are cheap and fun. It's a great way to cover more ground than walking while still being able to stop and appreciate a beautiful view or a charming side street. Of course, sometimes you just need a car. But before you default to an expensive rental, look into ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft, which are often cheaper than traditional taxis. Even better, for longer journeys, carpooling apps like BlaBlaCar are fantastic. You can hitch a ride with a local who is already driving to your destination and just chip in for gas. It's incredibly cheap, environmentally friendly, and a wonderful way to practice your language skills and get travel tips from a local. Smart transportation is about choosing the right tool for the job. One of the greatest joys of travel is the food, and you don't need to dine at Michelin-starred restaurants to have an amazing culinary experience. In fact, some of the best and most authentic food is often the most affordable. My number one tip is to head straight for the local markets. This is where you'll find the freshest produce, local cheeses, breads, and cured meats. You can assemble an incredible picnic to enjoy in a park or by a river for a fraction of the cost of a sit-down meal. It's a delicious, relaxing, and quintessentially local experience. Next, you must embrace street food. From pad thai in Bangkok, to tacos al pastor in Mexico City, to a currywurst in Berlin, street food is the heartbeat of a city's food scene. It's fast, it's cheap, and it's made right in front of you. This is where you'll find locals grabbing a quick lunch or a late-night snack. Don't be shy, point at what looks good and be ready for a flavor explosion. It's an adventure for your taste buds that will barely make a dent in your wallet. Look for the stalls with the longest lines of locals. That's always a good sign. Another game-changing strategy is to choose accommodation with a kitchen. Even a small kitchenette with a mini fridge and a hot plate can save you a fortune. You don't have to cook every meal, but preparing your own breakfast and the occasional dinner can drastically cut down on your food expenses. You can shop at the local supermarket, try cooking with interesting new ingredients, and save your money for those special meals out when you really want to splurge. Eating on a budget isn't about deprivation. It's about being smart and seeking out the authentic, delicious experiences that money can't always buy. The grand finale of any trip is seeing the sights, but ticket prices for museums and attractions can add up quickly. The good news is, many of the best experiences in any destination are completely free. Start by looking for free walking tours. These are available in most major cities, and they're a fantastic way to get your bearings and learn about the history from a passionate local guide. They typically work on a tip-what-you-can basis, so you can pay what you feel the tour was worth and what your budget allows. It's an unbeatable value. Do your research on museums and galleries before you go. Many world-class museums have free admission days or evenings once a week or once a month. A little bit of planning can allow you to see masterpieces by Rembrandt or Picasso without spending a dime. Also, never forget to ask about discounts. If you're a student, a senior, or under 26, you can often get significant reductions on entry fees. Just be sure to have your ID with you. Travel memberships can also provide discounts on a wide range of attractions. Finally, remember that a city's greatest attractions are often its public spaces. Strolling through a historic neighborhood, relaxing in a beautiful park, hiking a scenic trail to a viewpoint, or spending an afternoon on a public beach. These are the experiences that cost nothing but give you so much. They allow you to slow down, soak in the atmosphere, and observe daily life. The best memories are often made not in a crowded museum, but while watching the sunset from a hilltop overlooking the city. True sightseeing is about seeing, not just paying. So there you have it, a toolkit of essential hacks to make your travel dreams a reality. We've seen how being flexible with your dates, smart about booking flights, and open-minded with accommodation can save you a fortune. We've learned to get around and eat like a local, and to find the magic in free sights and activities. These strategies don't just save you money, they enrich your journey, pushing you to engage more deeply with the world and creating stories you'll tell for a lifetime. Now I want to hear from you. What are your go-to budget travel hacks? What's the best deal you've ever scored, or the most memorable free experience you've had on the road? Share your wisdom in the comments below. Let's build a community of savvy travelers, helping each other see more of this incredible planet. Your tip could be the key to someone else's next big adventure, so don't be shy. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more guides on how to travel smarter, further, and more affordably. By making smart choices, you're not just saving money, you're investing in more experiences, more connections, and more memories. With these hacks, the world is truly within your reach. Keep exploring, and as I always say, happy travels.